and the bull market is officially back. The Tokometrics market indicator has officially turned bullish. But now we're here to give you the alpha, because now the market is back to being risk on. People are looking for Bitcoin as a flight to safety. Bitcoin is pushing 117K, almost 120K. So Bitcoin, if we zoom in here, turned bullish at about 107K back on June 27th. But if you zoom out even more, it's been bullish since 85K, right? So our Tokometrics AI indicator since mid-April was bullish on Bitcoin based on looking at the data. Historically, every cycle lasts on average about 25% longer than the prior cycle. So based off of that, if you go to my most viral video on our channel, I was predicting that I think the bull run will peak or end anywhere from spring to the fall of 2026. And the fact that this bull run has not really done much, to be honest, in terms of altcoin. It's been just the Bitcoin bull run. I still think we have a lot of room. How do you snipe? How do you find the next moonshot? And we've added a new functionality on the platform called Moonshots. And the way this works is, if we sort here, we can see the biggest moonshot so far was Gains Network, which did almost 70% in one day. The cool thing about this is we added alerts. So as tokens meet these parameters that we've defined, they enter the moonshots. And if you come here and put on alerts, it will send you an alert via email and also in-app on when they enter moonshots. So right now, these are the past moonshots. We launched this basically about a week ago, and the win rate as of right now is about higher than 80%. So meaning that 8 out of 10 trades will be positive in terms of ROI. Everything is looking green. What does that say? All these L1s, which basically are the biggest ecosystems right now. We have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still king of the hill. Then you have Solana, the challenger. Then you have Ethereum. All these base gas tokens, if they're all bullish, I think this is a green light for alts to start rallying. Hey, Tokometrics family, welcome back. I'm Ian, and the bull market is officially back. The Tokometrics market indicator has officially turned bullish. For those of you who've been following us via our webinar and platform, you know we told you it was kind of heating up, so we kind of gave you a heads up. But now we're here to give you the alpha, because now the market is back to being risk on. Yes, it seems like the macro is not going so great. They've had to escalate and increase the debt. The Dow is not looking so good. People are looking for Bitcoin as a flight to safety. Bitcoin is pushing 117K, almost 120K. It's basically right now in free price discovery. And as funds go into Bitcoin, eventually they'll flow into altcoins. So we're here to give you our quick market update based on all these different changes in the market. Let's hop into it. So we can see here, the market has been going sideways. Right now, crypto market cap has been hovering between 3.6, 3.7 trillion total market cap. And we can see here, it has officially turned bullish. But why? It's good to use this as a way to kind of know when to enter the market, when to go from being on the sidelines, when to go from being risk off to being risk on. Right now, it's showing neutral. When it goes to strong buy, really everything is going up, things are going to the moon and beyond, but it's also an ideal time to take profits because we don't want to repeat what happened last cycle and last year. But anyway, looking at this, we saw this gauge go from the bottom in strong sell and began to slowly go up and increase, right? So once it was about in the 30% range, we could kind of see the tides were changing, especially with the tariff wars and everything kind of really being resolved. But what I want to look at here, if we come all the way down here, we're still in Bitcoin versus altcoin season, right? And whenever we come up to test most of the returns being in altcoins, like back here in December 2024 and January 2025, that ended up being the peak of the market. So when it touches this green dot here, that is an ideal time to take some money off the table in whatever altcoins, whatever degen trades you're doing. And for those of you who were trading AI agents, that was the move for December. And right now, the move has been Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been king. Bitcoin has just been pushing and testing and achieving new all-time highs. But now, today, officially, and this is Friday when I'm filming this, altcoins have begun to rally. Now, we've all been anticipating and waiting, when is altcoin season gonna happen? I'm not saying it's gonna happen now, but things are heating up. So what changes now? Let's go to Bitcoin. Let's begin straight up with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, if we zoom in here, turned bullish at about 107K back on June 27th. But if you zoom out even more, it's been bullish since 85K, right? So our Tokometrics AI indicator since mid-April was bullish on Bitcoin. It went from 85K all the way up to 105K. The market got a little shaky. It turned bearish, but it quickly corrected, went back to being bullish at 107K, and it's been going up still. And it's still in a strong buy, and it's done pretty well. If we come down here, Bitcoin is up over 100% in the last 1 year. Obviously, it's not an altcoin, but relative to stocks, relative to the dollar, it has been the best store of value out there, especially with the inflows going into the Bitcoin ETF. And the question we're naturally getting now that the market is bullish again, where do we think Bitcoin is going? For the longest time, I've been telling people, obviously this is my hypothesis, but nothing has changed. Based on looking at the data, historically, every cycle lasts on average about 25% longer than the prior cycle. So based off of that, if you go to my most viral video on our channel, I was predicting that I think the bull run will peak or end anywhere from spring to the fall of 2026. And the fact that this bull run has not really done much, to be honest, in terms of altcoin. It's been just the Bitcoin bull run. I still think we have a lot of room. We've not really experienced an altcoin season. We've had sector rotations. We've had hot sectors of the month, whether it's real world assets to AI memes, AI agents. There's been quick flashes in the pan, but never a full-blown altcoin rally. Because of that, I don't think the cycle is going to end this year. I don't think it's going to end second half of this year. A lot of people, a lot of traders have been saying that, but my theory stays the same. I think 2026 is going to be it. If things do change, definitely make sure you subscribe and put on alerts on Tokometrics, on our newsletter, on our website, so you get the alpha and the updates, because we want to hold strong convictions, but hold them loosely. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but we have to be convicted in our hypothesis or theory, but also be willing to change if the data changes. So we have a theory, so we're sticking to it. Right now, nothing has changed. But if it does change, we'll be sure to let you know. But anyway, let's go to the price prediction, right? So my prediction stays the same. I think crypto market as a whole will go anywhere from 18 to 14 trillion total crypto market cap. And right now we're hovering at about 3.7, 3.5 trillion. So if we go to our price prediction on our platform here, this is dynamic, but let's say 7 trillion, because that's kind of close to 8 trillion number. Bitcoin is at 117K right now. It's giving us different ranges from the bear case, meaning on the low end, to the base case, meaning the most probable scenario, to the moon case, the unlikely, but what's the ceiling? Looking at this projection, it says Bitcoin could go anywhere from about 180K to 222K. I think that sounds right on par on where things could go. Now, if you want to be even more bullish on Bitcoin, if you think the dollar is going to collapse with what's going on with the macro, with potential World War III, as some people speculate, if you think there's going to be a flight to Bitcoin, Bitcoin flips the dollar as the official world reserve currency, let's say the market as a whole goes to 15 trillion market cap. Unlikely, but let's speculate. That means Bitcoin can go anywhere from 305K to about 433K. Now, I know some people are saying Bitcoin is going to 500,000 to 1 million. Our predictions naturally are still very cautious. They're not so optimistic, so we're not going to say all that. But the good thing about this is it gives you a very conservative framework. Obviously, it's not perfect. This is based on our models, on our AI, but it kind of gives you a time frame, right? So in terms of where this is going, this is what it looks like. All right, that's Bitcoin. What about ETH? ETH has also had a rally. ETH has been bullish since back here, since beginning of May at about 1800K. And it had a rally, got bearish mid-June at 2500, and now it's back to being bullish since beginning of July 2nd at about 2600. And ETH is almost pushing 3K. Our signals are still bullish. Trader grade is strong buy. So ETH is also a good store of value right now. Is this the ETH renaissance? Possibly. It's definitely looking good. After it underperformed Bitcoin and pretty much everything else, it's finally bouncing back. You now have a lot of Ethereum treasury companies launching in equities to buy up ETH, kind of like the MicroStrategy approach of buying Bitcoin. And then same thing with Solana. Solana, if we just zoom in here, it was bullish mid-April at about 138. It went to 184, came back down, went choppy, and now it's back to being bullish. Everything is looking green. What does that say? All these L1s, which basically are the biggest ecosystems right now, you have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still king of the hill. Then you have Solana, the challenger. Then you have Ethereum. All these base gas tokens, if they're all bullish, I think this is a green light for alts to start rallying. Now, this does not mean your altcoin is going to rally, because at the end of the day, the market's the market, right? But our platform is designed to help you find which altcoins will rally. And speaking of which altcoins will rally, we're glad to introduce a new feature that has been highly, highly requested. The biggest feedback we get from our users is going to the ratings page. There are a lot of tokens, right? We like to cover a lot of tokens. There are thousands of tokens, but how do you find the top ones to trade? Yes, we have trending tokens, right? So like right now, if we come here to the ratings page, we can see Hyperliquid is trending, Mogcoin is trending, all these are bullish. We have XRP, we have Pudgy. How do you snipe? How do you find the next moonshot? Well, listen to your advice. Thank you to everybody that participated in our user interviews. And we've added a new functionality on the platform called Moonshots. And the way this works is it's designed for degens. Obviously, past performance is not indicative of future results, as they say. But the way it works is it goes to our platform, finds tokens that are bullish, that have a bullish trading signal, bullish trader grade, and are basically have bullish momentum. So the change in trader grade is changing rapidly. And all these have a market cap of under $50 million. This is during bearish conditions. When the market indicator is bullish, it gets more degen and looks for tokens under $10 million market cap or lower. What does that mean? Basically, these are high risk, high reward plays. And we keep everything transparent here. So right now, these are the past moonshots. We launched this basically about a week ago. And the win rate as of right now is about higher than 80%. So meaning that 8 out of 10 trades will be positive in terms of ROI. The average ROI per trade is about 12%. And the max return so far out of all these 18 past moonshots is about 68%. If we sort here, we can see the biggest moonshot so far was Gains Network, which did almost 70% in one day. The cool thing about this is we added alerts. So as tokens meet these parameters that we've defined, they enter the moonshots. And if you come here and put on alerts, it will send you an alert via email and also in-app on when they enter moonshots. So basically, it's helping you find out those hidden gems, those hidden low cap gems that people love to find, especially in a bullish market like this. But not just that. We also have different parameters defined. When a token, basically, it's time to get out. It's time to take profits. It's time for it to exit the moonshot. It's based on it turning bearish, on it losing momentum, or being in a moonshot for at least 14 days, right? So for example, here, the biggest gainer, surprisingly, was only in the moonshot for one day. So this was a quick sniping trade, right? It was in and out. Bada bing, bada boom. So the cool thing about this is it will also send you an alert. We've been revamping our alert infrastructure to help you know when to get out as well, right? So we can see here, for example, Hive AI, an AI agent project we like from back in December, has officially exited the moonshot. And this was 18 hours ago. So for those of you who want real-time alerts on what to trade, when to get out, this is a feature I think you will love. Let us know. Obviously, this is just launched this month. We're open to more feedback, more input. But this is a good way for people who want to find quick trades. This is not meant to be a hodl. Don't come here to hodl any tokens. And that is financial advice. These are trades. This does not really factor in fundamentals, right? One thing you'll notice, some tokens appear in moonshots multiple times because the market is volatile at times. For example, a project we like, low cap is under 50 million market cap. It's been in moonshot 3 times. So the first time here, it was 3 days, about 16%. Then here again for 2 days, 22%. And then here again, 3 days for 37% ROI. And you're probably wondering, why is it in moonshot 3 times? If you just go to the price chart of game, you can see it was pretty choppy. So it's kind of helping you. If you come here, like here it turned bullish, then it went sideways, then this part here was very, very choppy, right? So while this signal was bullish, for those of you who want to have more real-time sniping trades, this is something that we think you will love. So definitely go check it out. We do have current moonshots. So I think on average, you can expect to have anywhere from 1 to maybe 5 moonshots per week. So there won't be 100 moonshots, but for those who want to find curated trades to trade or look into, right? So the most recent moonshot as of now is Lorenzo, which I believe is a Bitcoin ecosystem project. But definitely go check it out. Let us know what you think. One last thing I've had to mention is the cool thing about the moonshots is you can buy the tokens directly here. It only filters out tokens that are available to buy on chain. So you just click the buy button, connect your wallet, and buy the token directly via your wallet on chain. All right, a few other quick announcements, then we wrap things up. For those of you that want access to our data, as you know, we've officially launched the Tokometrics API, and you can buy it directly using stablecoins or TMAI token, our token. And the cool thing is this gives you access to all of our data, all the endpoints. You can just come here, get your free API key. But not everybody is a developer, right? So if you want to build your own trading bots, your own applications, whether it's our trading signals or indicators, all that alpha. But the main feedback we've received is not everybody's a developer, but they want to use our indicators, our data. So we've launched a lot of great updates to the API. We've launched different integrations. We've launched integrations with Zapier. So if you don't know how to code, doesn't matter. You can just go to Zapier and search for Tokometrics and connect our data directly on Zapier. If you come here, you can get all these different data directly on Zapier. All you have to do is just get your API key, which you can get by just going to developers, API keys, and then we have all these different integrations available. So a few quick updates on the integrations we've launched. We've launched integrations with OpenAI. Yes, so if you want to go to OpenAI, connect our Tokometrics data, you can do that. Click here to learn more. I'll show you what it kind of looks like. Basically, the way it works in OpenAI is you can connect tools. This is only on, I think, the Pro plan and above. Yep. And it only happens via deep research. So you could come here. I added a custom connection, Tokometrics. And I asked it a question. I asked it, basically create a dashboard of the top tokens to trade with more than 10 million trading volume sorted by trader grade directly inside of ChatGPT. And it goes through, and as you can see here, it's pulling in our trader grade and all this data directly into ChatGPT. It's not the best user interface for ChatGPT per se, because it does take a while to do deep research. That's a limitation on ChatGPT, but definitely worth checking out. We've also launched integrations with Cursor, if you're a developer, with Claude. The Claude one is amazing, and Windsurf as well. You can basically build applications directly with our data in Claude. I think this has to be Cloud Desktop is what our team told us. We have integrations coming out soon for Virtuous Protocol and Eliza OS. So for any AI agents out there that want crypto data on Virtuous Protocol via Base or ELIZA via Solana, they'll be able to use Tokometrics data for real-time data, alpha analytics, and trading signals. And we also launched and made our data available on Chainlink. So people who are building on-chain with smart contracts, they can access our data via Chainlink. And we have a bunch of other great integrations coming soon. Dune Analytics, Coinbase AI agent, and Coinbase X402 protocol, and Replete. If there's any other integrations you want to be able to leverage our data, let us know. We're listening to community feedback, but we're doing a lot for TMAI and all of our token holders. And the cool thing is you can pay for the API using TMAI token. If you stake, you get up to a 35% discount for buying TMAI or for paying with TMAI. Yeah, so if you come here, just picture your plan. Paying with TMAI gets you 10% off versus paying with stablecoins or cash. But if you stake TMAI, you can get up to 35% off discount. We're basically becoming the crypto market data provider for AI agents and AI developers. Definitely go check it out. The market is officially bullish. Things are looking good. Stay tuned to Tokometrics for any updates. But the way I view it is Bitcoin is bullish, Ethereum is bullish, Solana is bullish. That's a good base and foundation to start altcoins being bullish. And whether it's a moonshot or whether it's looking at the top tokens doing well at the moment, definitely go to Tokometrics and check it out. And as we like to say, the moon is not the limit to the moon and beyond. Thank you.